With What is going on, YouTube? Your boy back to you with another episode. As you guys can see, we are in the reptile room. We got a bunch of animals we need to take care of. All the snakes need to eat. Feeding the monitors today, we're actually going to be feeding them quail eggs. So we're going to switch it up. I actually haven't fed these guys quail eggs before on camera. Some of these monitors, such as Venom and Toothless, the animal behind me that you guys can see in the background, these guys haven't eaten quail eggs, at least with me yet. I don't know if they've eaten them at all in their life. They are still babies, so I wouldn't be surprised if they haven't. But at least in my care, they haven't eaten any yet. So today's video, we're going to be taking care of these monitors, introducing them to a new delicious food item, which is really good for them, high in protein and calcium. I hope they take it. Let's see, stay tuned for you guys to watch and see if they actually take it. And I actually hope you guys enjoyed the last two episodes of going over to stones that I've broken up into two parts. Again, guys, I told you stay tuned with it because it's awesome. Really good content with alligators, crocs, venomous, all sorts. But with that going on, we're going to start feeding these animals because these guys are hungry. So starting off, the first one we're going to feed is Ivory, my beautiful male all solid white leucistic ball python. He's actually in shed right now, so hopefully he'll take this rat. If not, I'll feed it to Ghost. But oh, you grabbed it. He's hungry. Can I act shy? See, when snakes, as you guys can see, when snakes do shed, they actually are known to be, instead of, or not just, I should say, with snakes, do they shed their skin like lizards or any other reptile. With lizards, they don't shed their eyes. Believe it or not, snakes actually shed their eyes, and it's called eye caps because they have these oils all over their body, including their eyes, that they use to shed. So he's not going to take this rat by the looks of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to toss this right back in here. I'm going to give that to Ghost and switch it up. Give the big one, too, to Shinji. Joker's out. He's ready to get some of these quail eggs, which I'm going to give after the snakes are done eating. He's going to, unfortunately, refuse to eat because he's in shed and he can't see, which is fine. If he skips a meal for a week or whatever it is, he's not going to die. I'm going to just give him a bigger meal once I get more, which will be the next coming up feeding from a week from now. Now moving on to my OG ball python. This is the first snake I've ever owned. This is Ghost, my beautiful hypomelanistic ball python. Let's see if we can get him to strike. You missed, but that's okay. There we go. Grabs, move it around so he can constrict. Voila, look at that. Beautiful hypomelanistic, nicknamed Ghost because of those patterns, look like little ghosts on the sides of their body. So I wanted to name him Ghost, like Ghost Rider. Actually, his full name is Ghost Rider from, you guys probably guessed it, Ghost Rider from the Marvel comic books, the Marvel superhero. Yes, I'm a big Marvel and superhero nerd, so I decided to name some of my animals, such as my snake, after a superhero. Here is Shinji, my beautiful banana pastel ball python. So he's a high yellow. He is the newest ball python I got. Actually a gift from a friend who was moving and couldn't take all of her snake's animals with her. So she asked if I wanted to take Shinji, and of course I'm going to say yes to it because me being someone who loves animals, why would I say no to an animal, especially a guy that's like this? Fun fact about Shinji is that he is a smaller ball python in comparison to Ghost and Ivory. And that's because of the fact that when he was a tiny little baby and the breeder had him, he refused to eat for the first around 6 to 9 months of him being hatched out of the egg, which is very, very crucial for them to eat as babies. All animals, not just reptiles, not just snakes, all of them. Because just like us, just like humans, when we're babies, when we're kids, and even, of course, teenagers, all of it, We need nutrients, we need proteins, we need all of this for us to properly grow and fully develop and function and gain the size and growth that we need. Shinji, unfortunately, since he was being a very shy guy and refused to eat and didn't want to eat for those first 6 to 9 months of being born, he has a stunted growth, so that's why he looks smaller than the other 2 ball pythons I have. But it's ironic to me that he refused to eat when he was first 6 to 9 months, because as you guys can see, he's very striking, and honestly, out of all of the ball pythons, he's the most known and prone to having a very high food response or food motivation. Of course, we have my false water cobra, Arbok, that we need to feed. He's gonna put on a nice little show for us. Bam, grabs it, takes it down with ease. This guy never misses a meal with me, which is awesome. It's a lot less of a stress on my side. I don't have to worry about him ever refusing food or force feeding him. Force feeding is not good to do with a snake, which is when you have to manually pin the snake and force food into its mouth and shove it down completely. It stresses the snake out a lot. It's very hard to do. It can be very difficult with most snakes because, as you guys can assume, most snakes are not going to want to do that. But at the end of the day, you do what you have to do for this snake to be healthy. Thankfully, ever since I've had this guy when he was literally only a couple months old, I've never had to worry about force feeding him. He easily takes food every single time from me. And believe it or not, when I first got Arbok, when he was like on his quarantine in the first couple months, he was very shy to eat in front of me. I had to put it there on top of his hide, leave him alone for the rest of the day, and then he'll eat. And as you guys can see now, he shoots completely out of his enclosure to take down and grab that rat, which is typical for falsies and some of these other snakes that you guys see me have, because they are known to have a very high prone feeding response when they pick up the food. This beautiful snake right here is my big female 5.5 foot. She's pushing close to 6 feet now, red-tailed boa. We're gonna give her this nice big jumbo rat. There we go. Don't judge me for jumping, that kind of caught me off guard. Easy kill for her. Not really a kill because all of these rats are frozen fraud pre-kill. Now a lot of people say, why don't you just give them live? I feel bad for this animal. They're not getting a lot of enrichment. Here's the thing, a lot of people don't know this about reptiles, but when giving them live food, especially snakes like live rats, the problem with it is that, one, you come into hazard with the animal itself that you're feeding it to, such as the snake getting potentially bit, which can cause major injury and later infection and actually can pass away from it. And rats are known to actually be very heavy disease travelers. They are very much known to actually be prone to giving diseases to animals, either through bite, through digestion, all of that. So when these rats are pre-killed, yes, they may already be dead, so you're thinking, oh, it makes it even worse. But after these guys, they are humanely killed. It's not like they get their head chopped off or anything. It's something that instantly kills them. Once these rats are killed, or birds, or whatever it is that you're feeding, or feeding them to, I should say, the feeding item, the prey, they get put in freezers, and they sit in freezers for a very long time. And when these animals are exposed after passing, whenever it is, if they have any diseases, if they're exposed to very low cold temperatures and exposed for it for a very long, frequent time, say a couple weeks to close to 3 weeks, a month, or so on, and even longer than a month, all of this diseases, the bacteria, anything that this animal might have that gives it a harm or a chance to possibly pass along to your animal that you're feeding it to, all of it dies. So when I'm feeding Buns here, her rat, I don't need to worry about anything of her getting some sort of disease or a virus or sickness, because of the fact that with her getting a pre-killed rat, it's already been in the freezer for a very long time. So anything that this rat may have even had, it's already dead. And we actually have Mystique, who is also a red-tailed boa of the same exact species that you just saw, which is what Buns is, just a lot smaller. She is a juvenile. She was a quote-unquote gift. Me and my friend got 2 babies. One, of course, one of them being the one that I got, being Mystique. They were free by a breeder who breeds these guys. We were kind of questioning why he was giving us 2 free baby, really beautiful looking red-tailed boas. She does have a normal, typical red tail color to her, but it's very pretty, very defined. If I took her out into natural sunlight, super, super iridescent, which is really nice. We were kind of questioning it, but at the same time, I mean, if we're getting an animal for free and they're eating and all that, and they don't have a virus or you're not sick or carrying anything, why would we not take it and say yes? You know, me being me, my friend being her, we have all these animals, might as well, right? So with that, there we go. She takes it. Look at that. We take her. I take my baby. She takes hers. We believe that Mystique and the other one that we were gifted were runts of the clutch, which usually means, for those of you who don't know, watching my videos, watching for fun, don't really understand what that means for reptiles. Runts of a clutch usually means that they are the runts. They are the smallest ones of the clutch. Typically, they're the ones that are the hardest to feed, hardest to get to survive and live, because of the fact that they're smaller and known to be a lot more shy and skittish, which can cause a lot more later problems in the future. But with that, Mystique was honestly, when I first got her, she was a huge pain in the butt sometimes when it came to feeding. She would eat for me off the tongs one day, and then she would eat, because when she was a baby, I would feed her once every 3 days so she could really grow. Just make sure she has a nice, good, healthy weight. She would eat a couple meals consecutively, just consistently, meal after meal after meal every 3 days. And then she would go on strike with me for a month. And then eat once again, go on strike for a week, and then eat back to consistent. It was very inconsistent of her eating. And sometimes I could get her to take it off the tongue. Sometimes I would have to heat it up under light and then give it to her. And sometimes I just had to lay it on there and hope and pray that she takes it. Now, you guys see that she easily takes this meal from me, because got her into not just a bigger cage, but I also got her on good heat fixture, and I actually took her out, handled her every day to get that bonded connection with her, to the point where we're at now of being able to immediately strike and grab it and squeeze it and constrict it for her food, which is beautiful and awesome to do, because now she's comfortable with completely eating in front of me. To finish off feeding the snakes, of course, like we always do, we gotta finish it off with my boy Dingo, my beautiful male yellowtail Crebo. He is still kind of a baby. Crebos do get up to 10 feet long, so in comparison of his length now to in the future when he's full grown, he's definitely still a baby, but he has gone so much bigger than he was before. I'm trying to get him to come out. These guys burrow. So snakes don't have ears. So snakes cannot hear any sounds or noises, but they pick up on vibrations. They're very high on frequencies, not frequencies of noises, but motions and waves of vibration. You guys probably see Marley in the background. She's chilling. But to show it, as you guys can see, I'm trying to see where I can, right there, that last third of his body, that's why they call him a yellow-tailed Crebo, because it has that huge vibrant yellow. And like I was talking about with Mystique, if I were to take Dingo outside with beautiful natural sunlight on him, that yellow would pop like a bright highlighted yellow. Super beautiful, super pretty snake. I love them. They look like, if you don't know, you guys definitely gotta look up a picture of these guys when they're full grown. Super pretty. They actually kind of look like kraits, which is a type of venomous, very potent venomous snake species. Obviously, Dingo here is not a deadly or venomous snake species. He is a normal constrictor, but they just kind of remind me of them, and me being someone who loves venomous, wants to work with them in the future, me having a yellowtail Crebo was definitely kind of like a gimme. I'm going to let him down that meal, and then afterwards I'm going to give him one more meal, which I'm going to just do off camera so you guys don't have to straight up watch him eat for a super long time. And then we're actually going to go in, give these monitors some quail eggs. Hopefully they take them. I think they will. They're pretty hungry. So you guys are about to see them eating quail eggs for the first time with me. So I got these 4 eggs here. These eggs right here are not normal eggs. They are quail eggs. So with quails, they are a tinier bird, but they are known to be very high in protein, not just the quail itself. So if it's a baby quail that you're feeding to an animal, or if it's a full grown big actual adult quail, which even then it's not that big if you compare it to like your normal typical farm chicken or like a rooster or anything else that you guys might have seen. They're smaller, but they still hold a lot of protein. I'm actually going to be switching a good amount of these animals, such as buns, my big red-tailed boa that you guys have seen, onto quail, full-grown adult quail, because it is still a big-sized meal, which will still fill her up, but it's going to have a lot more protein and calcium, a lot less fattier than rodents. So these eggs right here are the 4 quail eggs that I'm going to be giving. I'm going to give one to Turbo, which she has had before, so she's not going to be, like, this isn't going to be nothing new to her of a meal. And then I'm going to give one to Joker, my Savannah monitor. I'm going to give one to, you guys can't see them because camera's facing other way. Give one to Venom, who is my black throat. And then one on the other side behind this camera to Toothless, my water monitor, aka Black Dragon. Definitely the first one I'm going to feed is Turbo, so I'm going to bring her out of the cage. Actually, no, I lied. I'm going to keep her in the cage right now, specifically so that I don't have to worry about her being out while I kind of finagle / interact. We'll see how this goes with the other two, but let's get right into it. So we're going to open up her cage. Hi, sweetheart. This is Turbo, my first ever monitor lizard, a female mangrove monitor. Sweetheart. No, you're going to want to say hi to me. Here, I'm going to dig this in real quick so she can't move it. Dig that right in her bedding. Crap, I kind of got a piece of mulch like in. Oh, she already notices that I got something in there for her. See, watch. Super cool monitor lizards will actually steal and raid animal nests, whether it's croc nests, bird nests, whatever it is, they are known to raid them. And they'll actually take these eggs, I'm gonna open up this upper door so you guys can see it, and crack them open. So right now I don't have any of them cracked because I want to give it enrichment to them, but you hear it, she's actually cracking the egg right now. And so, when these guys crack the egg, after these lizards crack the egg, they actually are gonna drink up and slurp up all that egg yolk that's inside of it that holds so much protein. And they can and will eat the eggshell. Now with my monitor lizards such as Turbo, she won't eat the actual eggshell because she's just picky like that. But that's okay because she's still holding and getting a lot of the nutrients and protein that she needs to when it comes to giving these guys eggs. There you go, look at that. Put that in there. Look at that. Go. Try to hold it for her. She's trying to crack it open. Are you gonna actually try and eat the whole thing this time? Here, I'm gonna take this out of the cage because I want her to eat this without getting all this mulch in her stomach. So I'm gonna take her out. I'm gonna let her enjoy this delicious egg. Go. Please try to save and not make a mess. Lizards, they're messy. But we're gonna let her enjoy this egg. I'm gonna do it off camera because it's just gonna be messy. So we're gonna let her enjoy this and feed the other monitors some eggs. So, Turbo, I wish I got it on camera. I regret not filming it for you guys, but the first time ever Turbo has done this for me, and I've had her for a couple years now. She actually ate the whole entire egg. She just fully gulped it. I didn't expect her to do that. Even with quail eggs in the past, it has been a while since I've given them to her, and she has gone a lot bigger. I will mention that. But I've never had her eat the whole entire egg before, so that's awesome. I'm going to be curious to see if Toothless here eats the whole egg too. So we're actually going to be trying it. She's already scouting me out. I kind of want to give it to, I don't know why. Part of me wants to give it to her with my hands. Probably not a good idea. but I'm gonna do it anyways, cause why not? It's cool, and if anything, you guys get to see me get bit for some nice content and get to laugh at me and call me stupid. Toothless. See if she'll come up here. I want her to come up here so you guys can see her. She has gotten bigger, by the way, guys. I'm already gonna have to upgrade her into something not just the same height, but longer here in a couple months. So she's not gonna take it from me because of the fact that I have it in my hands, because she's that intelligent. She still doesn't trust me yet. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna go grab some tongs. And we're back. So I'm actually gonna put this right in between the tongs like that. I don't even gotta squeeze it, grab it, nothing. Just put it right here. See if she takes it. Oh yeah. She doesn't trust it. She doesn't know what this is. She doesn't know whether this is food, prey. I'm trying to make the popcorn noise so that she knows that this is food. There we go. Look at that. Oh yeah, she's gonna have fun with that. Look at the cracks, you can hear it. Look at that. This is such great enrichment for them too, guys. This is like a learning for them. So she's right now trying to figure out, how am I gonna get inside this thing, this egg, to get the delicious goodness that I can taste and pick up the scent with on my mouth. So I'm gonna leave this in her cage right now. She's probably not gonna go to it since I'm right next to her. She might, but right now she's kind of on guard because I'm next to her. So I'm gonna leave her alone. We're gonna go on to Venom, my black throat, who's gonna probably take it right from me. But we're gonna let her kind of enjoy this little enrichment feeding for her. All right, guys, so this is where it's gonna get interesting, because for those of you who watch my channel and consistently watch the videos with the monitors in it, you guys know that Venom here is not the best. I'm gonna use tongs with him. I'm not gonna be stupid. He's already coming out for food. This is how food motivated he is, which is honestly good because I can kind of help bond, train him. You guys see this? Grab the egg. Grab the egg. Oh, he missed it. Oh, look. Is he gonna grab it? Oh, yes. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, you gonna run away with it? No, don't run away from it. We wanna see you get it. Come on, bud. Oh, look at that. Oh, yes. That's what you love to see. He's gonna slurp it up. Look at that. Oh, and that's all bedding grape that he just digested. He's gonna poop it out, I promise. I'm gonna have to feed him out of the cage next time. So, he'll be fine. He's big enough to where if some bedding gets in his stomach, he's not gonna be fully impacted. I'm gonna just make sure I have to like super soak him and all of that. But, look at that. He's going after it. Oh, look. He's gonna even eat the eggshell. Look at that. Oh, wow, that's awesome. I didn't expect him to actually go all out with it. That's awesome. And I can hear, not Turbo, Toothless crunching down on it. So let's see. We're gonna, nope, but that's bedding. I'm gonna take the shell out. I'm gonna take this out. I know he can eat this. This is good for him, but I'm gonna take it out in the meantime because I don't want him to eat any more bedding. I'm gonna close his cage. Let's stand up. See, Toothless. Oh, look at that, guys. That's awesome. First time ever having quail eggs with me. Probably first time this animal has ever had any sort of eggs in general. That's a hard egg like this and not like a boiled in her life. And she is chowing down on it. Wow. Gotta love that. Absolutely awesome. I'm gonna let her enjoy this meal because I don't want to bother anymore with it. And so with monitors though, quick cool fun fact is that with monitor lizards, they have that super long neck, fully covered in muscle. So what she's doing is that when she swallows it, she does like an S movement. She cranks her neck like an S shape or like a snake shape, and that's specifically to use those muscles, contracting them, squeezing and crushing that eggshell so it's easier to digest and push down her throat. That is absolutely awesome. So we're gonna let her enjoy the rest of this meal, and I'm gonna see, hopefully, cross your fingers guys, that Joker, my Savannah monitor, who's very shy and we don't really get to see much on the channel eat, actually takes down this egg in front of us. Can't really see him right now because the camera isn't really fully out, but you can see him a little bit. This is Joker, my baby, as well, of course, Savannah monitor. And so with Savannah monitors, they get a decent size, not as big as Venom and or Toothless will be getting, but they get a decent, about 3 to 5 feet long. Males get bigger than the females. Males typically get up to about 3 feet long, while males have the ability to get up to 5 feet. Look at that. Oh, he's gonna go after it. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, he dropped the egg. Oh, the egg dropped. Are you gonna go after it, bud? It's my fingers. He's after the tongs. He's target trained on the tongs. So he thinks whenever the tongs are there, that's where the food's at, even though little buddy here doesn't know what the food is right there in his cage. And he thinks my fingers are it too. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna roll this, look. There we go. Buddy. I haven't given him any eggs before, or quail eggs before, so hey, look. There we go. There we go. Oh yeah. So we like quail eggs. Don't mind him being on turf. I have these guys, so yeah, I did used to have Joker on bedding. I'm switching him on turf. I'm gonna be switching Toothless, Venom, Turbo on turf. You guys can scream at me, whoever's gonna be watching these videos, saying they need to be on bedding. It's unrealistic for them. The problem is that when I'm feeding these guys as their food, I need to associate the difference with them between feeding and handling, and I can't keep taking them out to feed them because they're gonna get the wrong part of, oh, we only get handled when it's feeding time. So I'm gonna be making it to where they're all gonna be on turfs because it's easier to clean if they make a mess in their cage. And you guys gotta realize, anytime I feed these animals in their cage and they have bedding, I always have in the back of my mind having to sit here and stress whether or not they're eating the mulch, and then stress it, or they're gonna get impacted and then possibly, unfortunately, get sick and pass away, or hopefully just pass it through their digestive tract. I do not want to stress about that. I'm not gonna sit here and please whoever is gonna be on my ass about thinking that they know everything because they want an aesthetic look for the reptile. I'm not going to prioritize an aesthetic look higher than my own animal's health and survival. I'm not going to do that. I don't care if I have to have all of them on carpet. I don't care. I'm not doing that. So all the monitors are going to be getting switched to carpet, just like Joker here, specifically so that I don't have to worry about them getting any impaction in their stomach. Anybody who has a problem with that, you can pass on to a different YouTube channel, different video. I don't care. I prioritize my animal's health over a stupid freaking aesthetic look to see if an enclosure looks visually cooler and pleasing. But Joker down that. I'm probably going to give these guys some more quail eggs tomorrow. It is late right now, so I don't want to give them too much, but I'm happy he actually took that in front of me. Alright guys, that's going to be the rest of today's video. I hope you enjoyed the video. You already know the drill. If you haven't already, subscribe, like, comment down below what you guys thought about the feedings. Who was your favorite to see eat for the monitors, for the quail eggs, and who was your favorite to see eat for the snakes? I want people who are watching the videos, actually watching my videos to the end. I want you guys to actually, like, real stuff. Comment down below your guys' favorite that you got to watch to eat for the monitors eating and then for the snakes eating. Let's do that. And of course, if you guys enjoy the video, please share. Right now, we're at 533 subscribers. That is amazing. That is awesome. I thank you guys for the support. I'm really trying to push content as much as possible. You guys saw the last 2 episodes at Stones, the awesome stuff we got to do. That is my goal to do when it comes to traveling to different facilities. Your boy's actually going to be traveling to another really cool place here in October. It is actually, I'm going to give you guys a hint. If you are actual OG fans and have watched my channel for a minute, this is a show that I'm going to be going to, a really cool animal show, and it's in October, and I've actually filmed this and made a video of it in my YouTube channel before, on my channel before, a video of me going there. I'm going to make another one because I want to go. Bringing my girlfriend with me, and she hasn't gone to a reptile show, so I'm going to take her, of course, and I want to go again because it was really fun. So might as well. You guys get content. I have fun. We have fun. Everybody has fun. But I thank you guys for watching.